my Doctor Who DVD collection.
Is Captain Jack Harkness the face of both?
Hello and welcome to WhoTube Gallifrey02. In this video I'm going to be reviewing episode 2 of series 10 of Doctor Who, Smile, which just aired on BBC One. And yes, this episode is written by Frank Cottrell Boyce and directed by Lawrence Goff. But before I start this review, I just want to give a few shout outs for people who put emojis in my last video. So the first shout out is to Oliver Linklater, Zygon 2000, Nicholas Payne and Danny K. Please go and check out all those channels after this video. So yeah, Smile. What did I think of this episode? Well, this episode, I would personally rate it a 6 out of 10. Now there's reasons for this, as it had some positive elements and some negative elements. But before I get to the positive and negative elements, I'm just going to remind you of the plot of this episode. So yeah, the Doctor takes Bill on her first proper adventure to this colony world, thousands of years in the future and 20,000 light years away from Earth, after Earth has been in some conflicts and all that. So yes, Earth send this ship with a setup team to set up this world, along with some emoji bots to serve them and some Vardis. Now the Vardis build everything. They're little robots which make up everything really. They're very similar to the little nanobots in Prisoner of the Judoon, a Sarah Jane Adventures episode. That's what it reminded me of. And yeah, so yes, these little Vardis are programmed to maintain happiness throughout the setup team. However, one of the setup team people dies of old age, which creates grief. These Vardis don't understand grief, so they basically wipe out grief because they're not happy, so they basically kill the people. And yeah, that creates more people grieving, so yeah, pretty much everyone dies and dies, and it keeps on going on until the whole setup team is dead, and they use the setup team's bodies as fertilizer. So yeah, pretty brutal. The transformation between the actual human and the skeleton, that's also pretty brutal. So yeah, then the Doctor eventually resets the emoji bots and the Vardis to like happiness and forget about everything what happened. And yeah, when the humans wake up, yeah, it's a brand new start for the humans, and yeah, the conflict is over and they can all live in peace as long as they are all happy and living together in peace. So yeah, that is the plot of Smile in a nutshell. Of course, there is a lot more to this story. Please go check it out if you already haven't. I presume most of the people watching this video have seen it, as pretty much all my subscribers are Doctor Who fans. So yeah, go check it out if you already haven't. So yeah, now on to positives. So the first positive, now you might disagree with me with this positive, but there was a lack of Nardole in this story. Now that might be a negative to Nardole lovers, but a positive to Nardole dislikers. Well, I don't dislike Nardole totally, but I just think he gets in the way, and in this episode he was only in the beginning scene, which was good. That was very good indeed. So in the actual story, there was a lot more chemistry between the Doctor and Bill, which a lot of people want to see, and I thought the chemistry between those two characters was amazing. I thought the questions Bill asked were also very funny, and also stuff you wanted to know, like why are the TARDIS chairs so far away from the control console? That is a question which I've never really wanted to know, but always been curious about. Why are they so far away from the console? And we've never seen the Doctor sit down in it really. So yeah, that's something else, which is the first of this episode. Like Vault continuity from episode 1 of the pilot, thought that was very good. I hope to see a lot more of the Vault in the series. And yeah, find out the Doctor has made a promise to stay on Earth and guard the Vault. That's another positive. And yeah, other positives, like the controversial side to this story that the humans had to leave Earth. because of a solar flare and a war. That was very good, linked in with The Beast Below, and yeah, stuff like that. Quite a few references to classic Who and new Who. Now, yeah, were there any? Yeah, there were some references, but I have forgotten. Go and see if you can point them out yourself. Other positives, like the emoji bots, thought they were quite cute, also quite scary as well. They were quite scary, the emoji bots, and quite creepy, especially when they pulled the smile face. I thought that was quite scary in my opinion, and yeah, I can imagine it scared quite a few other people. Now on to negatives. Now the first negative is I think this episode was a bit silly and a bit far-fetched. Now I loved scenery in this story, that's a positive I missed out. But negatives, there are quite a few negatives. That's why this episode only gets a 6 out of 10. So yeah, another negative would be is I think the acting in this story was a little bit poor. It was a lot poorer than the pilot, as I thought quite a few of the humans were quite wooden. They were quite wooden at acting, and yeah, didn't really like that. Of course, that's the casting director's fault for picking bad actors, but yeah, gotta give them a bit of credit. As they were okay, some of the characters, don't think the characters were fully developed. They were pretty bland characters really, especially Ralph Little's character. Didn't think he had many layers to his character, and yeah, he was pretty underused in this episode. I thought he was going to be in it a lot more. And yeah, another positive, linked in well with the next episode like they used to do in Classic Who. Thought that was a brilliant scene. And yeah, that's it for positives and negatives of this episode. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of this episode, and please go and check out my preview video for Smile to see if I was right with my predictions, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video when I am going to be giving you my preview on episode 3 of series 10, Thin Ice. So until the next time, goodbye.